Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Dr. Vincent Richardson, and today we have the pleasure to talk with Dr. Beverly Sue Mathis. You may know Dr. Mathis from our community. She has been an educator for more than 40 years, ranging from teacher to administrator. She was also my first grade teacher. I remember she had discussed with my mom on how to take care of that little dot on my forehead when I was a first grader. But with that being said, she also has a school named after her, Dr. Beverly S. Mathis Elementary School, Go Mustangs. So I don't want to prolong and keep it too long. I'm going to go ahead and turn over to Dr. Beverly Mathis.
Good. Hello. And you know what? I especially say hello to Dr. Richardson. And it brings me so much pleasure to say to Dr. Vincent Richardson, because as Vincent just stated, I was his first grade teacher. And guys, like everybody loves success stories. And Dr. Richardson is definitely a success story. So thank you for allowing us to come into your homes today, because we just want to touch bases and we want to just give you some tips about what is to come with education and education for all students. Now, I know that we're probably saying, okay, guys, now that we know that we're going back to school, but we're going to be going back to school in a different manner, some of us might say, oh my God, it scares me to death. Some of us might say, what will happen? Some of us might just say, I'm just going to lay back and let it happen. Well, we want to talk to you a little bit about those of us that might say, we're going to just lay back and let it happen. Because what we know is, we want to remind you about family engagement. Family engagement is so much more than you think. Family engagement, it's more than just a caring teacher. It's more than this great principal or great administrator. Listen carefully. Family engagement is about every, that includes all of us adults. Family engagement is about every adult in a child's life working together to help them reach their full potential. So that's why we're happy to be here with you today, because you are in that every adult stage. You will be that person or those people who will allow students, all children, to reach their full potential. So how do I do that, Dr. Mathis? First of all, you don't be afraid, because we have to make sure that what we do, those are the things that we can do. Well, what can I do, Dr. Mathis? This is what you can do. You can make sure that you as a family member, listen, I didn't say you as a parent. I said you as a family member. That family member might be grandmommy, great-grandmommy. That family member might be aunt or uncle. That family member might even be a cousin,
Right.
Nephew, niece. That family member might be an extended family member called a friend.
Right.
Now, why? Why am I saying family? I'm saying family simply because now parent engagement doesn't look like it used to look. Parent engagement used to be, when I was growing up, the mommy, the daddy, in my situation, the 6 children, and we always had a dog. Now, it is not parent engagement anymore. Now it's family engagement, because now, guys, our families might be led by 2 daddies. They might be led by 2 mommies. Our families might be led again by great-great-grandmommy, whatever or whoever that adult is.
Right.
That's family, and that's family engagement. So what we need to make sure that you're ready for, we need to make sure that you don't wait around for this great beginning that is going to take place in August, called Going Back to School 2021 school year. How can you help? You can help by thinking about this. As families, we prepare for everything. We prepare. Guys, my daughter, Tia, has a little daughter named Hunter Grace. Everybody knows Hunter Grace. Before Hunter Grace was born, I think that Tia and Sebring had planned her first birthday. Even during the first great or grand birthday event, we were planning what the second year's birthday was going to look like. So think about this. As family members, we plan for everything. And we especially plan for those events that we feel are so important. Birthdays, holidays. That's exactly what we're asking you to do now. We're asking you to plan for this coming school year as family members. We're asking you to plan. So, Dr. Mathis, what does that look like? Well, let me tell you, it looks personal. It looks special, because for our special days in our lives, we plan step by step what those days and what those events are going to look like. What is more special than education? So, as families, we're going to plan for this coming up school year, because we can do that. We have the power to do that, and everything that is needed is within each one of you. How do we do it? First of all, we make sure that we don't let this be a barrier. Yes, yes, it is challenging, but it is a fun, welcoming challenge, just because we can do something about it. Okay? So what can we do, Dr. Mathis? First of all, if we are family members, we can make sure that all of the little people, whether they are pre-K through 12th grade, they have a special place within your home called the in-home school place or the in-home learning center. Call it what you like, but it is a learning place, a learning center. Now, we want to start by making sure there is a special place within the home. Sometimes it's right around the kitchen table. Sometimes it's in the bedroom. Sometimes it's just in a corner section of a room. But wherever it is, that is the special place. Now, what can we do to make sure that special place looks the part? Well, because all of us can see, and what we see, the 100 Black Men theme is, what you see, let them see what they will be. Let them see that that is a special place within the home, so that they can get started every day, the same time, in the same location, just like they would do ordinarily in a regular school setting, right? So make that place in your home a place that is very just beautifully decorated. Now, some of the things that must be in that place. Number one, we must have a calendar so that we will know exactly what day it is. We will know exactly what we are to do. We must have a schedule. We can decorate our own schedule. If you have more than one or two people, ever how many children you're blessed with, make sure their name is personalized. This is a personalized schedule, right? Make sure you have the rules, the norms on the wall. All of this is visible, so everybody will know. That they will know about bathroom breaks, what time bathroom breaks. They will know what time they'll have a break period, what time they'll have a snack. Make sure that you have their names so that they can see them, so that they will know that these are their own personalized spaces. Make sure that you start your day just as you would if you were going out of your house. What does that look like, Dr. Mathis? Oh, let me tell you. It just simply means start your day with a shower, with a bath. Make sure your teeth are clean. Make sure you're wearing fresh clothing. Oh, but we're just going to be right there in our homes. That's fine. Good. We'll all be safe within our own homes, but we will also be prepared for the day. So we won't just turn over and roll on the floor and listen to what the teacher has to say. No, no, we will be prepared. We will make sure we've had our cereal. We will make sure we've had our little grits bowl. We will make sure that we've had something in our stomachs, fresh fruit, getting us prepared for the day. Guys, when we were blessed to be at Booker Elementary School, we always had what was called the Wake Up Gym. And the Wake Up Gym was just simply this. Every morning before school began, we would be outside on the blacktop and we would just touch our heads gently, not hard. We would just touch our heads gently and we would say, we're waking up our brains. So families, start something. Start your day by waking up your brains, waking up your brains. Now, what does that look like? We wake up our brain, we might be waking up our brain singing a song. One of my favorite songs. Listen, we might wake up our brains if we're at the Dr. Beverly Sue Mathis Elementary School by saying, we are the Mustangs, the mighty Mathis Mustangs. Wake up the brain, whatever it takes, right? So that little people, so that young people, so that youth will get excited about the day. Now, we definitely would start off with our little school song, but start your day with the school song that your students are at, right? Okay. Also, make sure that as you go through the day, that you are knowing exactly what is happening with your students and their teacher. Make sure when you have the opportunity to meet your teacher through Zoom or ever how you meet them, make sure you ask them these questions. Ask them, how many or how much time daily will you use for instruction? Ask them, how much time will your children get weekly? Ask them, what is the specific time that they will be on Zoom? Ask them, how will they communicate with you as a family member? Ask them, how will they guarantee you that their child is learning what you're teaching? And how will you know that they've actually learned it? Make sure you have this one important question. Make sure you ask the teacher, how will we communicate? Two-way communication. You don't always want to hear the parent link and you can't talk back to the parent link. So make sure that the teacher knows the appropriate time or the best time to communicate with you and your child. To communicate with you first, not your child, but you as the family member. Families, you must remember how important you are in the lives of children. You must remember that. Make sure that families are so important. Let me back up 1 second. Families are so important that don't you know that ever what it is that you pour into your little person, that's what's going to come out within the classroom? You are so important. Families are so important that the National PTO have standards for family engagement. That #1 family engagement standard is welcoming all families into the school community. Number 2 standard, communicating effectively. And the best way to communicate effectively is definitely the two-way communication. And that it's only 6 standards, but the 6th one is collaborating with community. So we must make sure that we are in the mindset to, number 1, welcome the school year, ever what it might bring. Number 2, that we are the supporting basis for that school year for each one of our little people, as I call them, but little people definitely would be pre-K through 12th grade. Guys, and the one last thing that I want to leave with you, make sure that every child in the home has their own little personalized stocking. It could be an old sock. Ashley just happened to be an athletic little girl when she was growing up, and she loved her daddy's socks. So we didn't have to go out and buy a school box. Ashley's, all of her supplies, school supplies, were in her daddy's sock. She had scissors. She had magic marker. She had a pen, a pencil. She had every glue, everything that she might have needed. It's in the sock. So you can't say, or we can't say, oh my God, like I can't go out and buy all of that stuff. All of it is somewhere in your house. It's somewhere in your home, I bet. And Tia, being a little bit more Tia, she loved colors. So this is her sock. And she had the opportunity to put her name on her sock. And then we could just lay these socks right up against the wall, or we can even pin them with a stick pin up against the wall. But everybody can have their own school supplies without going out buying a school box, right? Make sure everything is in your area so that during instruction time, our little people won't have an excuse to jump up and run to another room. Everything will be right there in that spot. Let's think again. Reminders, quick reminders. They are, Dr. Richardson, can you show us the reminders?
There you have it.
The reminders, home classroom reminders. Make it personal, make it special, just like each one of our little people are. They're blessed to be special, special people. We make sure that we start our day with personal hygiene, making sure we get dressed for the day. Have you heard the comment, dressed for success? Right. Be prepared by dressing for that day. Make sure that in your personal little spot in your home, we have a calendar, we have the classroom rules, so that we can't feel like we can take a nap in the midst of a teacher talking on Zoom. Make sure that our little people are ready. Parents, we can make sure that they're ready. Make sure that as family members, all of us keep that growth mindset. We cannot say, oh, if it wasn't for COVID, no, no, no. COVID, we are knocking you as a home run because we are not allowing it to stop us from doing that we need to do as family members. So keep that growth mindset, guys. And remember, every day, you be prepared so that we as the adults are not the stumbling blocks, but we are the bridges that will make this school year the best school year we've ever had, okay? So, again, you might want to start up today with a favorite school song, and I will end my presentation with my favorite school song. What does it say? We are the Mustangs, the mighty Mathis Mustangs, proudly wearing black, red, and, oh no, proudly wearing black, white, and red. We are the Mustangs, the mighty Mathis Mustangs, galloping to the future ahead. Okay, we're ready, guys. Show your little people that this is the best school year. All right? Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Mathis. Awesome job. Also, make sure that we follow those reminders. I'm Dr. Vince Richardson. Take care. Be safe.